Welcome to my channel Mintage Mysteries, where every coin has a hidden story. If you love discovering hidden treasures and uncovering coin secrets, you're in the right place. We're on a quest to solve the puzzles behind the world's most fascinating coins. From rare errors to legendary rarities, let's dive into the mysteries of numismatics. The Roosevelt Dime has been in circulation since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Its introduction was a tribute to Roosevelt's leadership, particularly for his role in the New Deal and during World War II. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945, was recognized for his efforts to aid those in need, and one of his passions was the March of Dimes, a fundraising campaign aimed at fighting polio, a disease that had personally affected him. In 1945, after Roosevelt's death, the U.S. Treasury Department sought to commemorate his legacy on a coin. The dime was chosen, in part because it was the most fitting denomination at the time. In 1945, the Treasury announced a competition for the design of the new dime. The winning design was created by famed sculptor John R. Sinek, the chief engraver at the U.S. Mint. Sinek's design for the Roosevelt dime features a left-facing profile of the 32nd president. Roosevelt's face, with its recognizable features, is captured with great detail. Surrounding his image is the inscription Liberty, and below it, the year of minting. To the left of Roosevelt's image, you'll also see the word "In God We Trust." One of the most notable aspects of the design is the use of a simple and elegant reverse. The reverse side of the coin features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. These symbols convey ideals that Roosevelt embodied throughout his presidency and the values he worked to instill in the American people. The torch signifies freedom and the government's role in maintaining peace. The olive branch is a symbol of peace, and the oak branch represents strength and endurance. These symbols were deliberately chosen to complement Roosevelt's legacy. Surrounding the design is the text, United States of America, e pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, and the denomination 1 dime. The Roosevelt dime was first struck in 1946 and has undergone relatively few changes in its design. The basic features have remained constant, but the composition of the coin changed over time. The original Roosevelt dimes were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. This made them heavier and more valuable in terms of metal content. However, in 1965, due to the rising price of silver and the rising costs of minting, the U.S. Mint decided to remove silver from the composition of most circulating coins. In the case of the dime, the silver content was replaced with a combination of copper and nickel, creating a clad composition. The new mix of 75% copper and 25% nickel was intended to reduce production costs while still maintaining the familiar appearance and durability of the coin. By the time the 1975 Roosevelt dime was minted, the silver was long gone, and the coin was part of the new clad series. This change, though, did not affect the design. Roosevelt's face continued to dominate the obverse, and the reverse remained unchanged. Now, let's focus on the specific year in question, the 1975 Roosevelt dime. By this time, the composition had been standardized into the copper-nickel clad composition. The 1975 dime, like other dimes minted after 1965, had a core of pure copper, surrounded by 2 layers of copper-nickel alloy. This combination created a durable coin that could withstand wear and tear while still retaining its recognizable appearance. Weighing 2.27 grams and measuring 17.91 millimeters in diameter, the 1975 Roosevelt dime was an easy coin to handle and made from materials that were cost-effective for mass production. While the shift from silver to copper-nickel was an important one for the Mint, the Roosevelt dime maintained its significance as a coin of great utility and national pride. Although the 1975 Roosevelt dime was a standard-issue coin, it remains a valuable part of American numismatic history. For collectors, the 1975 dime is usually not considered rare. However, certain variations, such as dimes struck with special mint marks or coins with errors, can still command interest among those passionate about collecting U.S. currency. Proof dimes, struck at the U.S. Mint's facilities in San Francisco, also attract collectors due to their higher quality finishes. The 1975 Roosevelt dime, in particular, may also be significant in the context of its place within the timeline of U.S. currency. Just before the U.S. Mint introduced new changes in the designs of some coins in the late 20th century. For collectors who enjoy tracing the evolution of U.S. currency, coins like the 1975 Roosevelt dime are an important milestone in that journey. The Roosevelt Dime has remained one of the most enduring coins in U.S. currency, with its simple yet powerful design and historical significance. The 1975 version, like those minted before and after, continued to serve as both a piece of currency and a reminder of Roosevelt's impact on American society. It stands as a lasting testament to American values and the role of currency in commemorating the nation's leadership and ideals. The 1975 Roosevelt Dime is a common coin that many people don't think much about, as most of them are worth just 10 cents. Over 500 million of these dimes were made, so they were widely circulated and are still easy to find. However, there are a few rare exceptions that can be worth much more than their face value. Some 1975 dimes were accidentally made with the wrong metal composition. Instead of the usual copper-nickel mix, a small number were struck with silver, which makes them worth more because of the silver content. Other rare versions of the coin have minting errors, such as double strikes or misprints, which can make them more valuable to collectors. The most surprising part comes from a hidden stash of 1975 dimes that were never released into circulation. About 14 million of these coins were mistakenly set aside, and because they never made it into public hands, they are considered extremely rare. Due to this, some of these dimes can be worth up to $14 million, especially if they are part of this special group. While most 1975 dimes are worth just a few cents more than face value, these rare examples can be worth a lot more due to their unique errors and history. If you happen to find one of these rarer dimes, it could be worth far more than you expected. If you enjoyed today's exploration, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and share this video with fellow collectors. And as always, keep searching for those hidden treasures in your change. You never know when you might stumble upon the next big mystery.